You know, now in your mind, everything you seen from American Me, from Boys in the Hood, South Central, especially South Central with OG Bobby Johnson.
Where'd you go?
So first I went to Wasco. So back then, if you didn't have enough time to hit a yard and you had level 3 points, they would put you at Wasco. So I'm on my way to Wasco. I'm like, fuck it. So I'm like, damn, okay. Bam. I get there, get in the cell with this nigga from North Long Beach. I forgot homie name, but he finna go to the feds. So only thing I knew was the homie was like, if a nigga offer you Pruno, do not take it. The first night, the nigga offered me Pruno. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro, I don't drink. Nigga, I literally stayed up the whole night. Just in my whole thing, I'm gonna have to get down with Cuz. And Cuz wasn't no little nigga. He hit me in the morning, hey Shelly, I'm gone. I'm going to the feds. I'm like, that's crazy. So he leave. The next night, I'm in there by myself. Now, I'm trying to sleep, but I can't. So I'm hearing some shit next door. I'm like, shit sound weird, but it's prison, you mind your business. Nigga, wake up. The others, it was a Samoan. And the Samoan got drunk and raped his cellie. He went out there on a stretcher on his stomach. I'm like, damn, shit crazy. I'm looking. That was like forever sketched in my mind. Like, fuck, that's crazy. So I finally go see my counselor. They're like, look, you got level 3 points, but because of it's only a probation violation, but your gang has boosted up, we're gonna see the A yard. It's a level 3, but you're gonna program in the little reception, and then you're gonna get out. You're gonna go to mainline 3. So I'm like, bam, I go in there. My cellie, I forget my nigga K-Rock from 76 East Coast Play Slopes. I go in there, he like, what's up, cuz? I'm like, from Watergate, rolling hundreds, bam. He like, you been in prison before? I'm like, nigga, hell no, this is my first joint. This nigga's a prison vet already. And we only, 25, 24? I'm like, you a prison vet already, nigga? So he laced me with everything. He got my Burpee gang. And so this is how Maserati comes about. We chilling. And he's like, what's your rap name? I'm like, Shellz. He goes, man, that shit's whack as fuck. I'm like, why? That's my hood name. He goes, they're gonna associate you with your music and you don't even rap about gang stuff, bro. You like lyrics and shit. I'm like, what should my rap name be? Oh, we gonna think about it. So we in the cell, we on lockdown, 23 hours out the day, we in the cell just working out. He said, hey, look at this. He had a Forbes magazine. I'm like, what's up? He goes, look at this. He said, what's up? What kind of car is that? I was like, I don't know, what the fuck is that? It's a Maserati. I said, what the fuck is that? He goes, listen, nigga, your name should be Maserati Shellz because they don't advertise the Maserati. If you know, you know. It's a certain status symbol, nigga. Because he was from East Coast. They was already flocking and hitting licks. He goes, nigga, that's what we drive in the city. I ain't never seen a Maserati a day in my fucking life. But I literally took a tablet. I wrote Maserati over 1,000 times on this tablet. Maserati Shellz, till it sounded like Maserati Shellz. And at that moment, I knew who Maserati Shellz was. He was dreaded with tats everywhere, and he didn't give a fuck. That's who he was. I said, bet.
So you created this character.
I created this image, this character it was who I thought the world saw me as, and I'm gonna give it to you, raw and uncut. I couldn't even put Maserati Shellz and Shelton in the same room at the same time. It would never happen. This is probably the first time that they're coexisting because at the space being older now, looking back and having this conversation with you. So with that being said, I became the character. So now I'm in there, bro. If I played you some of my old music to when I created Maserati Shellz, you'll see the difference. You'll say, oh, it was kind of like a Jay-Z switch or Birdman stunner. Like I didn't care about the lyrics no more. I'm just a stunner, nigga. I'm that nigga where I'm from. I'm a big speaker. I'm a joint from my section. So, crazy story. He go home and he was a little older. He just lacing me. So the homie Cutthroat from Grape Street comes in. Now Cuddy, we both talking project stories. Remember I told you project niggas connect. And that's where I just got like he said, listen, you need to get back on your southern tip. That's what made me go back, because the whole time I was rapping, I was trying to fit my thought process and my culture over West Coast beats, and I sounded trash. I promise you I sounded trash. So he said, nigga, go back to your roots, nigga, go back to your country shit. And he was like, nigga, if a nigga don't want to make you a right beat, make your own beat. I'm like, right, nigga, let's get it out the mud. So he's like, yeah, nigga, so we turned. So a nigga from Fresno comes to the building, right? Then 10 more niggas from another yard come into the building. Me and Cuddy like, nigga, what's all these niggas coming? So being that I've been on this yard long enough, it happens how it happens, where information will go to the niggas who need to know it. So the Fresno nigga come out, hey, what's up, Keyway? I'm like, what's up with Keyway? He like, we got into it with the Mexicans on another yard. They're gonna bring us a lot over here. What's our situation? I'm like, well, those 2 showers is ours. That shower used to be ours, but we let the Mexicans use it because it wasn't enough of us. He's like, we're gonna need that shower back. He goes, matter of fact, they won't come holler at me. I'm like, fuck, I tell myself, like, nigga, it's finna be a riot. Because they not finna get that shower up, and this nigga, we need it. So, and you go by the masses, you can't, I might wanna be diplomatic, like, man, I'm gonna be diplomatic about this and see what's up. So he's like, yeah, come here, young Kiwi. I see your program. Look, I'm gonna go talk to the Mexicans about this shower because he had seniority on the yard over me. I'm like, all right, so I said, what's the move? He like, if you see us arguing, I get off on him, just go. That's all you need to know. So I know no one, if you haven't been to prison, I'm gonna give you some educations. There's 2 types of guns in prison. There's a block gun. The block gun is like a rubber bullet like this, solid rubber. This is non-lethal. It can't break bones. It can cause concussions if it hit you in the face. Then there's a mini 14. Assault rifle will shoot through you and 10 other people behind you. Warning shots, no warning shots. So it's up to the tower to decide on a situation, and that's how they're gonna respond. So sure enough, he fired on him. We in a riot. Full-on riot in prison. Boom, boom. You watching for shanks and shit like that fighting. So I'm knocking this Mexican out and I'm stabbing this Mexican. We doing whatever. And I just hear, boom, get down, boom, get down. I feel something strike my face, but my adrenaline's pumping, I don't know. So when we all get down, we pepper sprayed up. My face is swelling up quick. They're like, nigga, look at your face. I'm like, what? I feel it, my face is this big. I'd have been shot right here. I got internal bleeding. I'm thinking my shit's broke. I'm gonna die. They cart me off. They examine my shit. They like, it's not broke, but you do have some damage. Don't eat nothing. I couldn't eat for like 2 weeks. I lost about like 20, 30 pounds. But now, your homie on AR got shot in the face by the police in a riot with Mexicans. That nigga ain't playing. Maserati Shellz is just climbing now. So I'm like, I did what I was supposed to do, and I'm not gonna put no extras on it now. It's like, you don't wanna be in a situation where your life can end. I could've got stabbed in the neck. I could've got shot. He could've shot me in the face with the Mini 14, would've blew my whole face off. So those are moments. So now I'm in my cell healing, and they called me, the lieutenant called me to his office. I'm like, fuck, here come this write-up. I'm like, damn. And he called me in there, he like, is your dad named Shelton Delane Washington? I'm like, yeah. So I'm thinking my dad came to visit me from Texas. Cause if your family come out of state, they'll pull you anytime for a visit, not on the weekend. So I'm like, damn, this nigga gonna see me with my face fucked up. I'm like, yeah, he died. Do you admit it? You need to talk to someone? I said, nah, they sent me back to my cell now. I ain't cried. I cried so hard. I told my cell, at that point, I didn't give a fuck. I said, man, nigga, my dad died. Nigga, I'm in this mode. I couldn't go to the funeral. They sent me like a little obituary. I cried, bro. Like, I cried. I mean, I was sick. So next weekend, I get a visit. They're like, visit, but like, I'm like, who this? It's my mom. So I'm like, oh, my mom finna come tell me and just, be a mom, a good mom. Go to visit. My mom like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I already know. She goes, you already know? How you know? I said, they told me. Who told you? The jail? She goes, nah. Yo, Amy died, the one that raised me in Texas a week later. Bro, I just stared at her. And I just, at that point, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like God didn't care about me. I said, he don't give a fuck about me. I said, my life don't mean shit. And mind you, I got kids. I got 2 kids at this time. Already in my mind, I was already gonna go home and tear the streets up. In my mind, nigga better not say nothing to me. We pressing. So I get out, pressing. Get into it with niggas. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I put this shit over everything, nigga. I'm banging, nigga. My daddy died, woo, woo. I get out February 11, 2008. I do my shit, I'm chilling. I'm working, I'm doing everything. I come up with Maserati Music Group, Maserati Shellz. I'm doing my shit. Me and DJ Red Rum is building. And we doing good. So in the midst of me not giving a fuck, I actually come up with some good shit. I get 10 artists, I start Maserati Music Group. We're making this music. And I land my first placement on Wiretap soundtrack, The Story of Freeway Ricky Ross. So you remember at this time, he's suing Rick Ross. So Atlantic is trying to placate him, like, hey, we're gonna do a documentary, we're gonna give you a soundtrack, you can get whoever you want. I meet an A&R at Blue Cafe in Long Beach from Atlantic Records. He's like, I like what you guys perform. Send me something. You know, that's back when you had to send in the mail. You know, bam, bam, bam. I sent it to Atlantic. We get the placement. It's my first placement. So now I'm like, nigga, we talking Atlantic A&Rs on the phone with my Boost Mobile. Like, yeah, so what do we need? They're like, look, you need to get it mastered. Get it this. You need to shoot videos. You ever heard of YouTube? I said, nah, YouTube? I'm going to put my shit on there. And I catch a case, 2009, August 3rd, 2009.